Hi, my name is Tommy Jordan. Welcome back to my channel. I'm your Palm Springs area realtor, and today we are going to be asking the question, is Indian Wells, California a good place to live? You might be thinking about moving here. Well, this video is going to tell you all you need to know. Now, before we get started, make sure to smash that like button and hit the subscribe button if you're interested in learning about the Palm Springs area weekly and real estate. So, is Indian Wells a good place to live? Well, that could be subjective. Is Indian Wells a nice place to live? Is Indian Wells a safe place to live? How does it differ from Palm Springs? Those are questions that I could answer. The first reason why Indian Wells is such an amazing place is that it's so peaceful and quiet. The city of Indian Wells has a population of 5,370 people. Now, my number might have changed, but it's around that. And what the amazing thing is, you're not like in the middle of nowhere like in Texas or, no offense to Texans here, but in a state where it's really rural and just farmland and stuff with a little small town, one stoplight. I mean, you're in the middle of the Palm Springs area. You can see right here on the map, you have Palm Desert, you have La Quinta, the Palm Springs airport's only 30 minutes away. So you get all of that around you, but you're not in like the hustle and bustle of everything. That's one of the things I love about the city. Indian Wells only has one shopping center, and honestly, I don't even know if it could qualify as a shopping center. But the nice thing about that is there really isn't a lot of reasons to go to Indian Wells because it's mostly residential and gated country clubs. So you have one restaurant, a few restaurants in that little shopping center, a coffee shop, and that's about it. So the pro of that is you don't get a lot of transients. There's not a lot of people coming into the city of Indian Wells who don't live there. So it's really an exclusive community. And the next reason why Indian Wells is such a good place to live is that it really is an exclusive community. I mean, the moment you drive into town, literally, it's like the grass is perfect. There's not a blade that's like out of place. I'm talking the palm trees, everything's just beautiful. You'll know the difference between Palm Desert and La Quinta just by the borders. Nothing's wrong with those cities, but Indian Wells is just that exclusive. The median household income of Indian Wells is $107,000. Now, a lot of the homes in Indian Wells and the homeowners actually don't live there year-round. A lot are snowbirds that leave, when it gets hot and comes back when the weather is really perfect. So you get this exclusive community. I mean, you have country clubs like the Vintage, which there's a few billionaires that live in there. I mean, it's really exclusive. Now, because that household income is so high, it really creates a city like none other. I mean, if you compare beautiful, expensive cities in California like La Jolla, California, and San Diego, Newport Beach, California, and Orange County, Beverly Hills, California, and Los Angeles, what do they all have in common? High net worth individuals living in those cities. And that's one of the things that keeps the city just so nice and clean. And, the city has more resources from property tax, everything. So you get that living in Indian Wells. Take a look here at the local California Desert Housing Report. Now you could see the median home price in Indian Wells is $1,100,000. Okay, that's huge. That's more than anywhere else in the Palm Springs area. I mean, just look at Palm Desert, look at Palm Springs, look at La Quinta, look at all the prices there. Indian Wells is just head and shoulders above them all. And the reason being is Indian Wells is such a small city that even when the market is sort of a buyer's market and there's lots of inventory on the market, Indian Wells still doesn't have a lot of homes for sale. I mean, talk about right now in 2021, there's basically no inventory. So with that, there's always a strong demand for Indian Wells and there's always a little inventory. So that makes prices just keep going up year after year. And when you buy a home in Indian Wells, you know that 10 years out from now, the prices are not only going to stay stable, but they're going to just keep appreciating and appreciating and appreciating. So that's one of the perks of being in Indian Wells in the exclusive community. It's one of the highest price per square foot cities in the Palm Springs area. Just take a look here at Zillow. Look at the highest priced home in Indian Wells. $18 million. Can you believe it? This is in the desert we're talking about. But when you come here and you go inside these country clubs, behind the gates, you see the golf courses, the lakes, you're going to understand why. It's pretty much paradise. So we have homes for $18 million here. I mean, That should tell you something. Another reason why Indian Wells is such a great place to live is right in your backyard. You actually have the ATP Tennis World Tour at the Indian Wells Tennis Gardens. That's basically a few minutes from your house if you live in Indian Wells. So you have the greats like Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, Serena Williams, all of them sometimes staying in Indian Wells and just going around the city and just right there playing tennis. Another exclusive perk of living in Indian Wells is as a resident, you get discounts on all the local hotels. So the food and beverages, some of them are up to 20%. You get discounted green fees when you play golf. So it's amazing. Even at the Indian Wells tennis tournament, I think it's the weekend before the week, it's like a Thursday, you get to actually go for one day for free just because you live in Indian Wells. And by the way, in Indian Wells, no one takes out their trash. The company actually comes, pulls out your trash for you, and then puts it in the back of the house wherever you have it. So crazy. You don't even have to take out your trash. I mean, come on. Living in Indian Wells, you're close by to the Coachella Music Festival and Stagecoach Music Festival right in Indio. So like I said, just how central you are in the desert while still being in this quiet, serene, safe place. That's amazing. I mean, some places in the desert like Palm Springs, if you're going to go to those festivals, it could be 45-minute drive just depending on where you're at. So that's nice to have close if you want to, go rock out. Yeah, I don't know whatever the kids do these days. I'm like 30, but I feel old. So anyways, another great perk is the weather. Haven't mentioned that. The weather and just the lifestyle. There's tennis, there's golf. I mean, all these communities just have so many amenities and resources for you just to live this country club lifestyle. I mean, it only rains here about 14 days a year. Practically every day sunny. Another thing to mention is that right next door, Palm Desert has El Paseo, which is called the Rodeo Drive of the Desert, with stores like Gucci and Louis Vuitton, and big stores like Anthropologie. You have great art galleries all around El Paseo, restaurants. So some of the best shopping actually is in Palm Desert. You have the big Westfield Indoor Mall. So being in Indian Wells, you're literally like 5 minutes away from all that shopping, but you still don't have to deal with all the traffic and everything because you're in this quiet little city. So that's a perk. The conclusion, is Indian Wells a good place to live? I don't know, you tell me. Yeah, it's an amazing place to live. And if you're thinking about moving here, I would love to help you answer any questions you have on your move here. My contact information's below, and yeah, call me maybe. All right, it's been a pleasure. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.